If I ask you to picture a button and a link on a web page, you probably have different mental images of them. A typical link is highlighted with an underline, whereas a button usually takes a pill or rectangular shape. You know buttons and links are different simply based on how they look. Now, if I ask you to identify this highlighted element in the screenshot, is it a button or a link? Your instinct might tell you it's a button based on how it looks, but in fact, it's a link that's styled to look like a button. In HTML, links and buttons serve different roles. You may have heard of the saying, buttons do something, links go somewhere. Links take the user to a new location, such as a new web page or a new section of the current page, whereas buttons trigger action, such as submitting a form, saving data, or trigger modals. In addition, a link can be opened in a new tab or copied or bookmarked for later, but buttons don't share the same behavior. While sighted users may not consciously think about these differences, they impact user expectations, especially for those using screen readers. If a screen reader announces an element as a link or button, users have expectation about what will happen when they click that element. If the element doesn't act as expected, it can be confusing or disorienting. In addition, from the web development perspective, using proper HTML elements avoids the need for custom solutions when native elements already exist. This keeps the codebase simpler and easier to manage, making the product more scalable in the long run. So, what does this mean to us designers? First, use the right markup. Use the proper tool for the job. Use links for navigation and buttons for action. If you don't have access to code, work with your developers to ensure the proper elements are used. Second, use consistent signifier for buttons and links. As much as you can, style buttons to look like buttons and links to look like links. Form follows function. Because buttons and links are functionally different, the styling should reflect the difference. Even if you can't control the entire web, you can ensure the consistency within your own site. Last but not least, write clear descriptive labels. Informative labels help all users, from general users to those relying on screen readers. They provide necessary context and guide users to take the right action. User trust is built upon clarity and consistency. When you design with thoughtful intent by using the right elements, you create a more reliable, accessible experience for everyone.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of our UX videos, take a look at these over here and consider subscribing to our channel. On our website, nngroup.com, you can access our free library of over 2,000 articles. You can also register for one of our UX courses that offer live, hands-on UX training.